Welcome back to Free Blonding Education. We are here with another free blonding tutorial for you guys today. My name is Micah Beasley, Maze by Micah on Instagram. Go give me a follow for more tips, tricks, and transformations. You're fine. And here's Ziana at ziannaswanson.hair. Is that your Instagram? We are in our Art of Blonding series where we are breaking down the basics of blonding. This series goes hand in hand with my in-person classes. As a reminder, I'm going to 11 states to teach this class, and I'm giving my YouTube family a special discount code. Use code YouTube at checkout for a little money off your in-person class. Just wanted to give this as a thank you for subscribing, watching these videos, being a part of this community, and I can't wait to meet all of you face to face. Today we have a really fun transformation. One of my clients who loves to go back and forth, dark to light, moved to Florida and went completely dark on her hair. I haven't got to see her inspo pictures yet, but the inspo pictures will kind of depend on our placement. So I'm really excited about this transformation. So sit back, relax, grab your popcorn, and stay tuned to see this blonding transformation. Here's what she walked in the door with. I'm not gonna lie, I looked at her and I said, oh my gosh, Casey, your hair is copper. She had went darker and it had faded, so this is what we're working with. All right, so we are gonna go ahead and get mixed up for Casey's color. She is like a House of Color Winter. She has her colors done, so we really want to keep her whole color looking very cool. So it complements her skin tone, it complements her color palette. She's just a little too heavy on her ends, so we want to break her up her ends with a low light. Everything that's left out, we're actually going to brighten that because we want to do a really contrasty blonde. Pictures up right here for you guys because we're going for like high contrast. These House of Color Winters, just the high contrast suits them so much. So this is going to be so pretty on her. We're going to do a bright money piece. We're going to keep it rooty. We're going to use the O&M core color for our low light. We're going to do a 5-0 and a 6-1. It seems very dark for a low light, but her natural color is really dark, and we are going for contrast. And then we're just going to use our normal O&M lightener. We're going to do Super Blonde 9 and mix it with a little bit of paint powder. I'm going to get this mixed up, and then I'm going to show you guys the application. Okay, for this application, I'm going to start out just doing my normal money piece foiling pattern. I am just starting on the sides, and I'm just working and filling in those sides, and I'm just highlighting, getting those little baby hairs. I'm making sure I'm leaving a weave out because we are doing a contrasted Bronde color. I don't want her hairline to be giving skunk. I don't want to take slices at her hairline. Yep, so I will just let you guys jam out to some YouTube music while you watch me foil this money piece. Alright, now I'm going to show you how I tackle the rest of the head. We split it into two sections, okay? Just two sections. We are starting here with a highlight, and I'm going to show you guys this pattern because I just did this up both sides of the head, and it's super easy. We're going to do another highlight here, and you guys can just watch the side of the screen as I put this foiling pattern up. This is what I just kept doing up both sides of the head. We're going to clip that top highlight up, and then in between those two highlights, we're going to go in and we're going to do a low light. I like to clip the top one up and do it that way because I'm able to keep my in-between sections for my highlights just very uniform. And instead of just going up the head and doing highlight, low light, low light, I like to do highlight, highlight, flip it up, do the low light in between. And now we're going to go in and tip out in between those highlights and lowlights. So as you can see, we did 3 highlights, 2 lowlights, and we're tipping out in between. We're incorporating these tip outs because I want no hair left behind. She had very warm, brassy ends, okay? So I want every end to be touched. So that is why we are doing tip outs in between those highlights and lowlights. So basically, I just went up with this pattern all the way up the sides. I literally did this exact same thing up both sides of the head. So go ahead, jam out to some YouTube music while you continue to watch this pattern. And here I wasn't lying, we did the same pattern on both sides of the head. Now we're going to go in and we are doing our root, which is a 5-0 and a 5-1, and then I'm blending down a mid, which my mid was a 7-0 and 7-1. I like to, whenever I do a mid, I'm only doing a mid on my Bronde or my lived-in blondies who want a very, very lived-in pulled down root. We're applying this at a diagonal. We're applying our root first, and then we are blending down our mid. I like to do my root with a darker colored brush, and then I blend my mid down with a lighter color brush, and then I'm just going to use my Glow Beauty or any metal brush, I also like the Dom Dom brush, to brush through the mid and the low light. And now I'm tapping through her money pieces with that mid. See how I had my lighter brush? Whenever I use my lighter brush, it's my mid. When I use my darker brush, it is my root. We're just going to brush that all together, and then whenever I tap through her money piece, I'm actually going to use my wide tooth comb and comb through that. And now we are putting on the end tone, which was a 9-8, just to get any of those final orange tones. Oh my gosh, it looked so beautiful. And look at that before versus the after versus the inspo pics. This is just my go-to placement for those just lived in contrasty bronze. Thank you guys for watching yet another free blonding education video. Again, I'm Micah Beasley, mains by Micah on Instagram. Go over, give me a follow so that we can keep in touch. I'd love to see what you guys are creating with these foil placements and what you're learning from these videos. I'd love to hear your feedback. Be sure to subscribe for free weekly videos, and I can't wait to see you guys next week on the next one.